What is up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. I'm just trying to join some keys right now, even though lower care is going to be a problem this week. We have a new affix, Quaking, and if you guys want to know everything about it, I mean, you guys can stay right here or check out my video from yesterday. Either way, but welcome to the live stream. We are in a +10 lower Kara group right now. Let me start running over there. I believe all we need is a healer at this point. But this week we have Quaking. It's the first time it comes to rotation, and it's a pretty easy affix to deal with. It just deals, it has a little AoE underneath you. You don't step in it, and when it goes off, that's it. My item level right now equipped is 902. Rudy, welcome to the live stream. And in my bag's 913. But 902 equipped. So we're running over to Lower Kara right now. Lower Kara is going to be one of the harder dungeons this week, so let's see how we do in a +10. That's because we have fortified and teaming. So that means we have more adds, they hit harder, they're harder to kill. Quaking isn't that bad. Quaking really only applies one at a time. Oh no, your alliance. Yeah, I went horde this expansion. I've always played alliance before, but yeah, this time I went horde. $898 did it? Oh wow. Yeah, after that nerf Glocks, you gotta. How many attempts did you get in this last weekend? So let's see. We're waiting on 2 people. You got 136 attempts in this past weekend? Oh man. I'm not gonna lie to you, Glocks. I saved up all of my supplies to just put them in as soon as it came up because I wasn't able to do it this last weekend. So I contributed like 7 or 8 times right now. Just this morning when I could contribute again. Alright, let's get some summons going. Get these people in here. But let's see how difficult the +10 Kara is going to be. So the new affix is Quaking. What it really does is it throws this little AoE underneath you. People have to not stand in it basically. So spread out. And as soon as it falls off, you're going to take 20% of your HP as damage. And if you're casting, you're going to get interrupted. So make sure you're not casting and spread out. And that affix only does 20% to you. So not a bad time. What's up, Sebastian? And what's up, Dialton? How you doing, man? Oh, wow. Okay. So, Repentance... What's the cooldown on Repentance? To stun, to CC the... I'm assuming he CC'd the Inquisitor? Alright, so I got a Soulstone up. We're waiting on the key holder to come back, and we'll get this started. But, again, HOV and Lower Kara are probably going to be your most difficult dungeons this week. Let's see how it goes. And this is a Lower Kara run. A 15-second CC, that's actually pretty damn good. And yeah, Sebastian, heavy melee teams will be bad this week. You're going to need the tank to step out or a few of the DPS to kind of spread out. Yeah, that's interesting, Glocks. I want to you should live stream that, Glocks. I want to see that. And yeah, heavy melee teams are going to suffer this week. Absolutely. All right, looks like everybody's back. Glocks, you got to start somewhere, man. You were live streaming soloing EN. So everybody's ready, everybody's here. Let's just jump into this plus 10. Alright. Quaking, teaming, fortified. I'll let you guys see that over here on the right hand side before I hide it. Here we go. So since the trash is going to be a lot more of an issue, I won't be doing as much kiting right now as I normally would at this point. So you guys see Quaking there? Oh, and they stacked on me. So that's what you want to avoid, that stacking. That hit me for 50% or 40% of my life, rather. One thing that I have noticed is that quaking can't start happening even if you're not in combat. So running between trash packs can even happen like that. So there's the Pat behind me as well. And I'll pick up the Pat right now as soon as it walks in. Pop a few cooldowns. Just because this is going to become a lot of trash. I went ahead and used my stun there. We do have an Usher. I hadn't done teaming in lower Karazhan, but apparently you get an Usher during this time. So be careful of that. So since it's only teaming and quaking, you can actually stay in combat the whole time. You don't have to worry about chain pulling, hurting you or anything like that with raging. So you can actually just keep chain pulling, but you have to watch it since the fortified can be a little heavy. So you guys can see quaking there, and yeah, just at that exact moment when that happens, you really want to avoid staying on top of each other. You can actually stay pretty damn close to each other since the AoE isn't that big, but if you do run a melee heavy group, you are going to have some problems. So here we have the Usher, just because it is teaming week. And there's the flashlights, they're away from that. So you guys saw that. It can get a little hectic. If you're all within very close range of each other, it can get a little hectic. So just be sure you know where you're running to and where everybody else is going as well. So yeah, even if you're not in combat, I have seen Quaking start going off. So even if you're just like, I did EOA yesterday, so even if you're running an EOA, you're mounted up, stay away from each other, just because even by toggling auto running and going to go check something, you can actually stack on each other. Alright, so one person went down right now, but we should be fine to go ahead and start the opera event while they run back. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and run back as opposed to getting a res. And I don't know what event is going on this week. What opera event? Sebastian, you got that too? I just got it too. I had it, I think, late last week. So, yeah, I've been enjoying that too. Also, Sebastian, the spell reflect is amazing. It becomes a shield wall. 50% damage reduction on spell reflect. I'm almost there to my next trait, though. I'm almost there. I'm at 127 mil out of 140 mil. If I do a few world quests today, I should be able to get it. But you see, he has Quaking, and I don't know why everybody else didn't get it, but you can get Quaking even if you're not in combat. Actually, that's an illusion bug on my end. That's gonna be annoying. Because he's not proccing that. He's not actually exploding. Huh. Alright. Let's get this done. I don't know how bad this will be. It is a +10, and people do mess up the tornadoes here. So we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I hope nobody uses all those tornadoes, even though she is stacking right there. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. I can pop Spell Reflect and try to stay in. And we'll see how that goes. There's the Quaking. Just went off. Nobody stacked up. Perfect. So let's see. That's going to go cash right now. And with the Spell Reflect, that's not too bad. So if you do have that trait, if you pop some magic mitigation, it won't kill you. You'll be fine. Yeah, it definitely helps out in fights like Star Augur. I mean, even Croesus is going to be a lot easier just because that magic reduction. That Syrian brand will tick for you for, you know, 250,000 or 750,000 every second, but now it'll do half of that. So now it's actually a lot better. So I just pop Spell Reflect for that. It does hurt, but we can survive it. Since they are sharing an HP pool, let's go ahead and I try my best to cleave them, but can't always get that angle. All right. So this trash is gonna be fun. Oh, before I jump in there, oh, yep, he hugged me. So I don't want to pull all this trash all at once. I want to make it nice and easy. This trash is definitely going to be some of the worst. And with the final curtain call coming up as well. There's a final curtain on one of them. There's another final curtain. Let me get some more pulls going. I can't tell you the amount of times I've been running this, and I have people just run into the next room. And for no real apparent reason. What's up, Dina? Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for joining us again. Let's try to avoid that quaking. All right, we do have another pull here. So our Demon Hunter did go down again, but let's keep going. Actually, we can probably get a res off on him, so I'll end combat, get a res off on him. That's quaking. Yeah, Glocks. I'm not looking forward to the Moros trash for sure. Moros and Attumen trash. I haven't done lower Kara on teaming week, so I don't know how many more healers there are on Attumen trash, but yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Alright, we just keep kiting backwards as they start casting. Yeah, Demoralizing Shout is definitely a really big cooldown that I really like to use as well. I'm going to go ahead and throw out that stun when those Fireland portals are active, because those are going to cause huge AoE damage. I'm keeping an eye on my debuffs. If I get Quaking, I'm going to run through here. There's Quaking. I'm actually going to run away from everyone. Yeah, see, we had a little bit of stacking up in here, and that Quaking really hurt. So I'm going to go ahead and take this group first before taking the Singers. And that's just because of the Firelance portal. I just want my stunts to be on point, my group stunts to be on point. And that was not good. That was another death. Alright. As soon as we get this res up, we'll start pulling this. What's up, Merkmech? How you doing, man? Doing good? Merc, have you jumped into Mythic Pluses this week yet? Tell you what, if you did last week, you'll be fine this week. This week is easier than last week. Alright, so I don't want to pull too many ushers here, especially because we have teaming. So I'll just go ahead and pull one pack at a time. Just handle it like this. This week, I'm not really afraid of any boss encounters, but it's the trash that really scares you because of Fortified and teaming. Both of them stacking up. I'm doing good, Merkmech. I'm doing good. Gearing up your druid. Merc, is your druid your tank? Are you gonna stick with druids despite all the changes happening? Oh no, a lot of people took all that damage. All those flashlights were a little staggered. It was kind of weird, the timing on those flashlights. I don't think anyone... Oh, it's just me and the healer now. It's just me and the healer. And that's what happens when I look at chat. I'm sorry, guys. That wipe shouldn't have happened. Alright, we'll see if everybody else runs back or what we can do here. I mean, I should be fine being able to finish off this trash by myself. So we should be fine being able to finish off this trash. Yeah, we did just fine. So we'll get some reses. We'll keep running. Rip Key. You know, Mad Max still hasn't started that guild yet. Still hasn't started the Rip Key realm. The Rip Key guild. What's up, Weary Cannibal? Welcome to the live stream. Absolutely, Merkmech. Healing on a druid is the way to go. Although tanking is being changed a lot. Let's see how my healer's fine on mana. All right. But yeah, if you're healing on a druid, you're actually druids are good at everything right now. You can DPS, you can boomkin, you can tank, you can heal. Max hasn't hopped in yet. Max hasn't hopped in yet. And actually, a solo mythic run is something I've wanted to do for a while, but I would need to start at like a +2 and see how far I can get. With the upcoming changes to the Mythic Plus system, it might be able to be something I do. But for right now, I'd have to get a +2 key. So I'd have to like talk someone into getting me a +2 key and then just letting me run in there by myself. I did do the soloing a mythic boss a while back before I had like any good gear, before Nighthold was out, no tier pieces. So it'd be interesting for me to do that. Mythic Gul'dan though, that's fun. Did you notice any big changes, Dina, after the whole hotfixes that happened? The hotfixes that happened, I believe this reset, right? On Elisand and Gul'dan got changed a little bit. Make sure you pick up everything, even though it was randomly body pulled, but we can pick it up. And Dina, 50% phase 3. That you're close. You're very close. Congratulations on getting even that far so far. So I didn't have a soul stone that time. So what I will do is, I don't know why I'm in combat, but I'll go ahead and run back. Alright, that was a very unnecessary in combat phase. I don't know why I got in combat. But we did have a bit of a wipe there. Looks like they just came up, so I'll go ahead and run back. And I'm still getting hit by Quaking. I think that's probably a bug, and I hope they fix that. I hope they get rid of the whole Quaking still ticks on you despite you not being in combat. This is going to make running back a even less of a pleasant experience. I'm going to go down to Quaking with no mobs around me. I think I'm gonna need some fighter chow at this point. Well, I do have warlock candy. Let's go ahead and start popping that. And they actually even got a summon out for me. Alright. Everybody looks like they're gonna explode. But I think it's again, yeah, that visual glitch. So in order to reset the glitch, it looks like I need to actually... Quaking actually needs to happen once. And then, so once that one goes off... No, it actually still stays on. Alright, so we're good. Ready to run in. Do Maiden. This is gonna be a rough run. My healer's all good. Let's go. I didn't get a chance to try the tanking challenge this weekend, Glocks, but I'll run in there next time it's up. I have like 10k shards waiting. I mean, hopefully I get my draft of souls before then. That'd be nice to be able to push phase 2 a lot easier, but last time I was in there, phase 2 was no problem. That's sacred ground. Alright, we're able to move her out. It's fine. Didn't have my interrupt up for that holy shock. We should be fine though. Looks like the demon hunter's taking a lot of damage from the sacred ground. Alright, we're good. So we should be all set here, unless the sacred ground gets dropped like right on top of us. Yeah, that stacking really almost got us there. Alright, we're good to go. Oh no, move that sacred ground. Alright, we're good to go. Alright, so we will go for the shortcut. It's gonna be messy. I wanna see how bad it is with teaming down there. And I already know it's probably gonna be a wipe, but we'll give it a shot. There's gonna be a lot of chances for victory rush down there, a lot of procs. So we'll see how it goes. So first thing, demoralizing shout. Get that sorted out. And now I have a victory rush proc, so we'll use that if we need to. So I don't think this is, I don't think I'm gonna be able to solo all this, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Thank you, Weary, for the sub. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the content. And if you ever want to see anything specifically on my live stream, just let me know in the chat. So we actually are able to survive that. As much trash as that was, we were able to survive it. Glocks, I did solo it. I did it. Are you proud of me now, Glocks? Weary, I can do that for you. I mean, I don't have a webcam, but I can do that for you. All right, we were able to clear that. I don't know about the timer being completed. I don't know about 12 minutes for all of the trash we have left, but I mean, we'll give it a shot. So let's pull all this non-elite trash. Clear out the room a little bit. And then we'll start pulling the arcane wardens. Actually, let's pull a little bit more of this. You did sub, absolutely, you earned it. I'll have to get rid of my... Wow, I have a really good chest piece too. I gotta just tank bare-chested now. So again, these wardens are going to be a big issue, but as long as we stay away from everyone, as long as we don't get snared, get hit by that on the ground, we'll be fine. Please, Blizz, for transmog purposes, for role-playing purposes, allow me to tank with just a wooden sword. A wooden sword and a Deku shield. Oh, somebody else went down. Just equip a green helm, a wooden shield, and a wooden sword. So we can all be like Link. Alright. So we can start trying to get Moros down. That's gonna be interesting. Fortify only works on trash, Sebastian. It's only trash. Are you sure, Weary, that pixel pecs aren't the same? I feel like it's a close substitute. It's a close second. Alright, since we don't have Tyrannical, who do we have? Baroness is gonna be a problem. And Kat Von D is gonna be a problem. So we'll give it a shot like this. Actually, alright, they want to trap right hand side, so that's perfect. And there goes one trap, and that's it. So we'll get some aggro here. That's the big one you want to interrupt, is mana drain. That you definitely don't want that to go off. That ticks 2 or 3 times on your healer, and he's So Baroness is probably your highest priority, just because she does do the mana drain. And after that, you can do like Lady Kat Von D. She's up there. I can't reach her right now, so I'll get to her when I get to her. Just keep popping cooldowns. Keep staggering them. One thing to note about cooldowns that I don't see a lot of tanks do is don't stack them. If you pop all 50 of your oh shit buttons at the same time, they start having less and less effect. What you're supposed to do is just stagger them. So use one, then use another one after that. So just start staggering them. Alright, we're down to the last ad, and then Moros. I'm going to go ahead and bring him down, just so that everybody gets a better vantage point. And I'm surprised that was no wipes, although it is fortified and not tyrannical. So we have that going for us. Was that a Snapple fact? Weary, I didn't know Snapple did a collab with World of Warcraft. I feel like there needs to be an add-on for that, Weary. You need to start working on that one. Alright, we're good to go with this Moros fight. Perfect. And again, the dreaded 3 Warden. I normally pull a little bit more trash, but we have enough to deal with these 3 Wardens here. So overall, let's see. We have 6 minutes. Oh man, it's gonna be tough trying to make a 6-minute run to a 2-min. Our healer did go down right now, so I will wait. I'll wait for that. Although, unless we have a soulstone, I mean, there wasn't much bringing him back. There it is. Soulstone was up. Alright, let's go ahead and keep running through. Do Taurens have udders? I haven't checked underneath the belt. Glocks, actually, Glocks. Do you know? So let's pull a little bit more trash. Yeah, I do want to speed this run up a little bit. I don't want to cause any wipes, but if I can speed it up a little bit, it'll go a little bit better. Dreaming about Taurens. Alright, let's go ahead and pull this group. This group is going to be fun. Remember to sidestep those smashes. And next time they cast smash, I'm going to go ahead and throw out a stun. There it is. There's another stun. It's like we're coordinated or something. It's really weird. I don't like this. Alright, let's go ahead and keep pulling. So we had a few shield smashes trying to go off there, which are going to be stuns on me, so... Oh, still got me. Thought I completely sidestepped it. And we do have the body pull back there of a spectral horse and a healer, so we have to pick that up. And that's the big thing you need to watch out for. Those healing touches of the stable hands. That's going to be your biggest enemy in this mythic. I mean, in this trash area is going to be the stable hands healing. So I like to just keep them targeted while I passively cleave everything else. Here we go. Here's a heal. Somebody else got it. Perfect. Tarns do need loving too. Glocks, are you gonna be all right? Should we all tweet at Blizz to just give you the artifact skin? It's like, look, he needs it. Just this once, Blizz. Change.org petition for Glock. Here's the heal. Go ahead and interrupt that. Alright, we're good. And again, target the stable hands. Keep those guys locked down. I'll go ahead and interrupt that. Alright, we're good to go. Just horses now. And again, I wait for my thunderclap, comes off cooldown. Go ahead and pull the next pack. I mean, we have 1 minute. I don't think we can kill the boss in, 50, 45 seconds, whatever it's gonna end up being. But we got close. Given the fact that this is gonna be one of the harder dungeons this week, it's not too bad. Alright, we got some trash. We got the boss. Alright, who has the ghost? Who has the ghost? I think it was a healer, so he was able to get that off immediately. Alright, let's just keep dodging that. Here's the shared suffering. Go ahead and pop spell reflect for that. Soak that right up. Make sure nobody's in the way of that mortal strike. I think at this point the chest probably just ran out. So as soon as he goes down, we'll be in the clear and get this guy down. For this shared suffering, I should be able to soak it by myself. The healer jumped in. So we have to get this boss down by ourselves. Let's do it. Quaking is probably going to be the biggest impact we have in terms of damage. And yeah, Glocks, I feel you. The first time I made it to phase 2, I got so nervous. I wiped because of like dying to infernal stomps or something. It was something that I was like, I should have watched out for that. Yeah, that challenge brings out the worst in me. All right, 5 million AP. That's what we get. We just get 5 mil AP. So that's probably going to be the hardest dungeon this week because we have teaming, we have fortified. Quaking isn't as I wish they would change this. The fact that we get quaking and it's all over. There's nothing else to do. We completed the dungeon. We're still getting quaking. I hope they change that. I think there wasn't enough testing on these some of these affixes. Alright, so let's go ahead and try something else. Let's try to find a group for another dungeon. Let's see. Let's try to get at least a plus 10. I thought I saw a plus 12. Plus 12 Neltharion's Lair. I do like doing Neltharion's Lair. Black Rook Hold plus 10. Ooh, Black Rook Hold. I don't know if I want to jump in there. That's also going to be a tough one. Alright, plus 12 Neltharion's Lair. We don't have to worry about the Black Rook Hold invite. What's up, Johan? How's it going? Alright, so let's start running over to Neltharion's Lair. It's over in High Mountain. We need to make it pass over here. So we did do a plus 10 lower Kara. That's going to be rough. If you're this week, it's probably going to be HOV. Black Rook Hold is another one. Unless you use, if you use an Invis Potion, Black Rook Hold should be fine. And yeah, HOV lower Kara is going to be your tough ones. Quaking as an affix is not that terrible. You can diminish it to just 20% of your HP. Worst case scenario, it hits you for 100% and you're dead. Or you get interrupted. But best case scenario, you can do a lot to avoid a large majority of that damage. 20% of your HP as damage once every, I don't know, 15 to 20 seconds. Or it's probably even more than that. It's not that terrible. Yeah, that's very true. They are testing it right now on me. like when Explosive first came out, that was a nightmare. You did Black Rook Hold and HOV plus 10 this week? Johan, did you just quit? Have you deleted your have you deleted your character yet? That's honestly going to be probably both of the difficult ones. And in HOV, it's going to be the pull, the second pull after Himdall. That really big pull, that's going to be difficult. And in Black Rook Hold, it's going to be the first 3 pulls if you don't use an Invis Potion. Yeah, no, this if trash heavy dungeons this week are going to suck. So we'll keep relatively close to Neltharion's Lair. For here we have plus 12. What did I get for a key this week? I got a Court of Stars plus 7 this week. Don't do it, Hooves. Don't do it. Hooves, at least like you're getting item level gear so you can jump into PvP. Also, if you guys haven't logged into your companion app today or just gone to your class order at all, you guys should, because the I forget what building it is one of the buildings is up that gives you a ton of AP. So like there's a mission right now that'll give you 20 mil AP. So if you haven't jumped over there and started that mission, I suggest you do so you can get that 20 mil AP as soon as you can. Alright, looks like we need one last person. There they are. Alright, let's jump in here. Try to do this plus 12. It's going to be rough. Neltharion's Lair is also a bit of a nuisance with trash, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I was just thinking about that too, that we have a ton of pelters here. And yes, Johan, bursting is a much harder of an affix than this is. Quaking is pretty damn easy. Yeah, those 3 missions went out right now, so we have those 3 to look forward to. Let me get a food buff going, and we'll let them know that we're ready. Oh, and we get mage biscuits. Well, we do have a mage, a rogue, and a shaman actually, so we can actually do pretty good CC if it comes down to that. We'll see. So again, I do like running out this way for the trash percentage. It's just a habit of mine at this point. I don't think it's needed with teaming, but I'll go ahead and run this way. And yeah, it really depends on how your followers are built. I was able to get 120% on one of the quests, and then if I wanted to do a second one, it was going to be about 80. So I chose not to do the second one right now. I'm waiting to gear up one more person to optimize it a little bit better. But one other thing to know is also, if you guys stopped creating your armor in your order hall resource, I mean, you guys can start creating it again because it's the upgraded type of armor, so you can actually use that to go up to item level 900 on your followers. Because I know it used to give the old type of armor, and that's no longer used anymore. That caps out at like, I don't know, 870, 865, something like that. So yeah, this new one does go all the way to 900. So start creating your armor again. That's what I'm doing right now. And hopefully I'll be able to get 2 quests done this week. Oh man, tell you what, your group must love you if you CC like that. I hardly get anyone that CCs. Alright, so let's jump down. Hopefully nobody pulls. And we have Quaking, so that's gonna hurt. Alright. Didn't hurt too bad. Yeah, Johan, I haven't maxed out all my followers yet. I think I have 6 followers that are maxed, but I have a few in the bank that I still need to max out. So those are the ones I'm working on at this point. Alright, so this boss shouldn't be any more difficult than a regular plus 12 boss. That being said, a plus 12 boss is still not a pushover. So we'll see how this. Alright, so that went pretty well. That boss was pretty straightforward. No big need to worry about that. Just a regular plus 12. That's what I'm liking about this week. That it's nothing crazy when it comes to the boss affixes. They're going to be relatively straightforward. You need more equipment. How many traits do I have on my prot spec? I have 46 purchased right now. I believe too. I think I can do this. So I am going to pull this group. I'd always rather be in control of pulling this group because it always gets very messy with this group. So I'd rather control when it is that we pull this group. So I did man it. Yeah, that group, it's one of the optional groups. So I do prefer pulling it so that I can be in control of exactly how and when it goes down. Alright, so hopefully we get a CC here. If not, we can actually pull that group as well. Alright, no CC. I saw my mage just casting fireball, so I'll go ahead and just pull it. The mage tanks. Alright, let's see how this pull goes. This pull has a lot of pelters. Let's see if we can get any CCs. If not, we'll just run in. Alright, let's give it a shot just like this after the quaking. Let's get some pre-hots. Alright, so the one CC we got was broken pretty quickly. So we'll see how this goes. The big danger with this pack isn't the tank damage, so I won't be taking a lot of damage. It's the fact that these pelters like to jump around and just hurt everything. Oh, and we got an extra pull. Okay. That's not going to be good at all. So I don't want to break that one CC that we have. So we'll stay over here. Alright, we're good. We're good. We can run in here. We can get this pelter. I don't want to use my stun at this point just because I do want to save it for the Rockmora guy. Alright, this Hulk. This is what we want to save it for. Let's go ahead and run in there. Everybody's topped off. You want to go ahead and stun right after he knocks you back. He's going to knock you back and then throw out his big damaging ability. You can't interrupt it. The only thing you can do to it is stun him out of it. Alright. Coming up next, we have another Hulk. My stun is on cooldown. Let me see if I can... I do like to get this pull going over here by just making him run all the way back. So we'll get the Hulk right after this. Lightfoot. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you for clarifying that. Johan, yes, it exactly what Lightfoot said. For the most part, each pack is still worth about the same percentage, but individually mobs do go down a little bit, but they make the packs worth about the same. If you know your path, you shouldn't encounter any issues. Thank you for clarifying that. Mr. Smiley Face, I am on the US server Terralion. I'm glad that Hulk went down exactly when he did. He was about to do another shard. Yeah, EOA has a lot of that non-elite trash, and then like the crab groups don't get increased by as much as they probably should. So yeah, I've noticed in EOA I do have to pull 1 or 2 extra mobs than normal. And that might be the case just because EOA is full of a lot of non-elite trash. Go ahead and dodge that avalanche. You do want to sidestep that. Since we do want to cleave as much as possible, I'm going to go ahead and stack these guys. Shattered Hand US. I've never played on Shattered Hand. Do you guys play Horde or Alliance, Smiley Face? Oh no, I'm sorry. I haven't actually even ran back into Cathedral since the first week it came out. Cathedral's a rough dungeon. I mean, it's been nerfed, I want to say like 4 or 5 times at this point, and it's still a very tough dungeon. Yeah, I avoid Cathedral a little bit right now. I think once everybody kind of gets used to the mechanics and knows where and how to pull, it'll get a little bit better. But for now, a lot of the groups just keep stumbling into things. They don't know the mechanics. It gets a little rough. What's up, Luis? Welcome to the live stream, man. Shaman and a Mage. I still have my 100 boost from buying Legion. I've been highly considering making a Mage. So we'll see if I go ahead and jump the gun on that. Mage is my preferred method of DPSing, so we'll see if I do that. I do believe it's this guy. David, thank you for the sub, man. I hope you're enjoying the content. Smiley Face, this is a PUG. I mean, I can let you know who the shaman is, but yeah, this is a PUG. I don't know anybody else here. But yeah, he's doing over 450 consistently. Michael, I'm glad that it inspired you to level up a warrior, man. Despite not being as strong as some of the other classes, we're still up there, man. We're still up there for tanking. We just have very specific buttons that we need to know exactly when to press. There is no one cure button for us. But it's very enjoyable. When you do it right as a warrior, it pays off. Alright, the dots killed him. Perfect. That Quaking going off again. If you guys notice with Quaking, there's an outer circle and then a smaller circle that's starting to grow out. When those two circles meet, that's when Quaking falls off. Alright, can we get some CC? CC, CC. Alright, so let's bypass this and do the gators. Luis, if you guys play on Horde, I'm thinking of starting some other live streams, maybe on Twitch or something like that, a little bit more casual, where I just kind of do some runs with you guys. If that's something you guys want to do, let me know. I don't know if most people watching are tanks, then we'd have to run raids, and even then it's just 2 at a time. So we'd have to see, you know, what kind of class distribution we can get. Oh, dude, that sounds terrible. One of the basics of tanking is face everything away from your group. Johan, I am not in a raiding guild. I PUG everything I do. So all the content you guys see here is PUG'd. And I kind of like it that way, just in case, you know, there's a lot of people out there that are afraid of jumping into LFR, jumping into LFG, doing anything without people that they don't know. And truth be told, with WoW, we all used to know a ton of people that played, and a lot of those people left now, so we kind of have to get out there. I would join a raiding guild, but I would need to find the time to be able to join that raiding guild. What's up, Schubert? How you doing? We did get one little guy that kind of bypassed, but since they are non-elites here, I think we'll be fine. Never fighting a Demon Hunter tank. Actually, I've seen really good Demon Hunter tanks, but yeah, there are, since it is a new class, and since they are kind of OP right now in a lot of ways, except for tanking. They're not that great for tanking, but since they're OP in PvP and DPS, there's a lot of people running Demon Hunters. So yeah, there's a lot of new people. And Mr. Smiley Face, I appreciate the offer. Alright, let's jump in. Your plus 12 Black Rook hold key. Black Rook hold right now sounds very messy. If everyone's coordinated, it won't be too bad. You know, if you have invis potions, everybody kind of knows what to do. Like, you get a healer that knows how to cleanse in Black Rook hold. That's a big one when it comes to that dungeon. It won't be too bad. But I feel like most groups aren't going to have all those prerequisites unless you run a pre-made. Oh, you play EU. Yeah, I don't have an EU account, unfortunately. And Pug life can be rough indeed, Trace. Yeah, Pug life can be rough. And Rapid, I do a lot of raiding, but most of it is in PUGs. So I did the whole Nighthold series. As soon as that came out, on stream I did Heroic Nighthold, and I did all of Heroic Nighthold on stream. So all of that is there for you guys to see, and I did it all while pugging. I forgot when I got the Goldan achievement, but yeah, I try to do everything with pugs, just in case you guys are hesitant to jump in there, and it also helps me gauge where everybody is, right? But definitely, I am looking into trying to join a raid guild, especially for something like Tomb coming out. It'd be nice to be able to get some Mythic content out in my channel. So it's definitely something I'm looking into. It's not something that I'm completely against. Mr. Smiley Face, you can tweet at me if you'd like, or you can also message me on YouTube directly, and just let me know what your battle tag is. Is that what it is? EU prime time? This is US, like people on lunch break. That's what I was trying to catch. Just people that don't have anything else to watch during their lunch break. And yeah, Trace, absolutely. I've noticed that pugging is a lot better too. I mean, I remember when LFR was first introduced during Kata, I remember trying to run Deathwing for my sword. I forget what the sword is called. That one sword that spawned the tendrils or whatever. I remember trying so hard to pug for it, and I remember failing a lot in LFR. A lot. But lately it's not that bad. I think more people are pugging nowadays as opposed to when there was more friends playing. Although flex raids make it easier for smaller guilds to succeed. I'll give them that. Trace, what I've noticed with a lot of pug groups is that as soon as the reset happens, you get people that are better at Mythic pluses earlier in the week. So Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be your best days to pug Mythic pluses. If you're trying to do your Mythic pluses by Monday, it's already too late, and you're probably going to get a lot of the groups that kind of depleted their own keystones. So I would highly suggest jumping into getting your plus 10 done early in the week. I try to get my plus 10 done by the time I do the live streams for you guys. So here on Wednesday I get it done, and then later on in the week I might do a few more, maybe 4 through 8s. But I notice that the later on in the week it gets, the lower quality of the groups. Alright, here's boss time. We should have plenty of time. We do need some enemy forces too. Alright. For a plus 12, we've had no wipes. So that's a huge positive with this group so far. You know, we can't do much about the timer, being that it's fortified and teaming, so we have a ton of trash. Trash is even harder to get. No, the three chest dream is gone. Actually, let me pull this Dominator too. We do need him. And with this guy will be the last one we need. So we'll be good after this. Yeah, the 3 chest dream is gone. We can get 2 chests. We have 2 minutes. We're going to have like 2.5 minutes to kill the boss. This should be enough. Although, it depends on how we do on the boss. Since he does spawn those ads, I've seen a lot of groups kind of go down to the wayside because of those ads. They don't handle the ads and shit just kind of dies. We'll let our healer get 70% mana. Let's jump in. So I do like to get some cleave damage here. I know it's not a lot. Since I am a tank, it's not that much. But hey, it's something. I'm trying to help out. But I do have to kind of worry about the boss at this point. I am gonna spell reflect that molten crash. And if you spell reflect it without active mitigation, it's even better actually, because the double damage dip happens on the spell reflect. So that's something you can do to try to get the boss down faster. Use your spell reflect as often as you can. Alright, we have the magma wave. We should be good. So here's the reflection. That was a nice chunk of damage there. And we should be able to down this boss. So I think we got 2 chests, right? Or no, we didn't get it in 2 minutes. Alright. Oh, we did. The chest was on his corpse. So that's a plus 12. That was... Oh, that's a lot of AP tokens. That was pretty damn good. I like that. Nobody else here can use the plate bracers I got. Let's see if anyone else got anything super exciting. Ooh, somebody got a really good ring. Haste Mastery Ring 890. That is a very good ring. And I saw somebody type in trinket, but I don't see a trinket anywhere here. Alright. Let's try to join another group. See that quaking? Why is it happening? Like it's over, Blizzard. That's it. What's up, Pac-Man? Yeah, smiley face. I agree. While most tanks shouldn't have to worry about DPSing, it's still a nice boost. Like if you can do it, you should try. So I'm running Devastator right now, which is already a big bump up to my DPS, and anything else I can do. I still have that mentality. I mean, when we used to do progression rating, the difference between a wipe and a kill sometimes was that little bit of tank damage. As insignificant as it seems, I almost have another trait on my weapon. So let's see what else we can jump into right now. It's all about helping the group as much as you can. And oh, there it is. I don't know why it was taking forever to load. I think I saw plus 13 vault. Let's try to jump in that. Where is it? Where is it? Plus 13 vault. That sounds like a lot of fun. Vault should be fun right now. I mean, Inquisitor is going to be rough just because it's a plus 13, but there shouldn't be anything that really stands out as super trash. So let's... Oh no! What happened to that group? Oh, it's still pending. I could have sworn I got the invite. Doing too many things at once. And yeah, healer DPS does help out on affixes like this as well. If you can get something like a Disc Priest or something like that to help you out, that would be ideal. I mean, honestly, the difference is not that much. It's a few global cooldowns that the healer wouldn't be doing anything anyway, and the difference in the time that you're gonna get is gonna be a much bigger difference. Like, that's the difference between 3 chesting it and getting that upgrade, and just 2 chesting it and missing your upgrade. Let's see what else I can find. Here's a plus 10 vault. I mean, unfortunately not a plus 13, but we'll see if we get the invite. Alright, plus 10 vault. Let's just start running over there. So we'll start running over to vault. There it is, full group. And absolutely Lightfoot, if you're maximizing your rotation, you can maximize your damage. But on fights like Gul'dan, if I'm the off tank on phase 3, or it depends if we're doing heroic, right? If you're doing heroic, phase 2, you deal with an ad. If you're not doing heroic, phase 2 and phase 3, if you're the non-active tank, you can be DPSing the eyes. As long as you're still on it with your Fell Scythe procs, you could be DPSing the eyes. So when I do Gul'dan, if I'm not the active tank and we have the eyes up, I do try to run over and like DPS the eyes. And it's just little things like that are going to help out your group. Getting that eye down 2 seconds faster will help you transition a little bit better into phase 3. You'll have less stuff up. So just those small little things add up. So yeah, I do think tank damage can add up. It's not something that you should just be like, it's not my job. You should try to maximize your time. Alright, let's get some summons going. Alright, so we have one person waiting. They said they need to reset their talents, and after that we'll have a full group. Try to get this plus 10. Oh wow, Lightfoot. There you go. Parsing at 95%. What else do you need? Alright, so once this guy gets over here, we'll go ahead and keep on pulling. Mo, are you gonna be tanking, DPSing? What are you gonna be doing when you come back? And also, I'm glad you're gonna come back. Luis, there is no specific number on versatility. The biggest thing you should aim for is 30 to 35% haste, and then after that you should aim for mastery and versatility. There is no magic number for those two stats, mastery and versatility, but as much as you can get. Mastery is going to weigh out on versatility a little bit more, so mastery is a tiny bit better than versatility, but they're about the same. So if you have one stat that has like haste mastery and another stat that has haste versatility, and they both have about the same amount of each stat, they're gonna weigh around the same. So as long as it's not crit is the one that's just kind of for us. Get that ready check. Got that food buff. Plus 10. DPS classes, Mo. Well, if you like... so back when you used to play 2 years away. So if you liked playing Titan's Grip Fury... Fury right now is in a very good spot. It's very consistent damage. Arms is not in that great of a spot, and Prot Warriors are fun, and I really like them. But you really need to know what you're doing. Like if you've never played a Prot Warrior, it might be a little frustrating right now, seeing Brewmasters and Druids out tank you and outclass you. But if you want to play pure DPS, Fury is very consistent. If you like Titan's Grip Fury, that's what it is right now, and it's very fun. Just because your numbers are going to be pretty damn consistent. But if you like more proc-based things, more things that are going to keep you on your feet, since Fury is more of it's a steady rotation. You know, it's a 1-2-3, 1-2-3. Then maybe you can go with another class. If you want to do a little bit of everything, Druids and Monks are in very good places right now. Monks can DPS, heal, and tank their asses off, and so can Druids. So keep that in mind. Mo, if you're gonna go ahead and just start a brand new character, I would suggest going to one of the higher pop realms on US, or it depends if you play US or EU. But if you go to wowprogress.com, you can see the top realms, and you can actually even see their breakdown. So you can see, hey, you know what? This realm is all Alliance. This realm is all Horde. So just try to pick the area that you're in. So if you're gonna play Horde, pick a realm that has a ton of Horde. Pick a realm that's... Oh man, I'm getting beat up here. Pick a realm that has a ton of Horde. Pick a realm that's in the top 20, top 30 US. And your pugs are going to be a lot better. And you're going to have a lot of people to choose from. You're also going to have more guilds competing for that #1 spot. Because right now, guilds don't have to be as big as they used to be. With flex raids, you can join a heroic guild that has, 10 core people. Alright, so we got some crazy people in this run. I don't know why we pulled this, but we did. I'm gonna need to pop shield wall. So this group is going really fast. I mean, it's not going too bad, but this group is a little on the edge. Yeah, no problem, Mo. Honestly, go to wowprogress.com and look at the top 20 realms in your location, whether you're US, EU, and select one that has whatever you want to play. If you want to go back to being Horde, if you want to go be Alliance, pick something that has a majority in there. Also, download Discord and try to see if you can find on the WoW forums or somewhere a server Discord so that you can join that. I know my realm has a server Discord, and there's this one recruitment officer. She runs it, and she knows all the guilds, all like the top 50 guilds, and she can place you in a guild. You go, you talk to her, you tell her I raid these times, and she'll tell you, all right, well these 2 guilds are gonna be best for you or whatever. So try to join a Discord that pertains to your realm. And yes, versatility is going to be better on magic heavy fights as opposed to mastery. But if you're running like 5-mans or if you're running any regular raid, most raids are going to have a decent split between magic and physical damage. You just have like those one-off fights, right? Like Nighthold has what, 9 or 10 fights, and we have 2 fights that are a lot of magic damage. So they're the one-offs. They're the uncommon fights that are going to happen. But yeah, versatility is going to edge out when it comes to magic damage for sure. And yeah, if you unlock flying in Legion, it's gonna be a lot easier to level up as well. But that means that you need to have a level 100 plus already. And yeah, shamans are doing very good right now too. Shamans are doing good healing and good damage. Shaman healing could be a little bit better. Shaman healing is probably the one that's lacking a little bit more, but it's not too bad. It's good in 5-mans, but for something like what's the one I'm thinking of? Not bursting. Uh, Grievous. In Grievous, it's a little tough if your group doesn't stack up for chain heals. BG time for sure. Get your weekly done this week. Jump into some BGs. Also, if you guys don't normally do BGs, but you're into the transmog game, right now if you do BGs, you can get the new lookalike of what's going to be in Tomb of Sargeras. So it's not the exact color, but it's very close. Like right now I have that going. It's close to the Black Temple T6 gear. People are going to explode right now. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, thank you. This plus 10 is actually going pretty damn well. We'll see how it keeps going. For Sap Soul, it's always good to keep 3 things handy to kind of keep off of cooldown. Or to keep on cooldown, rather, when Sap Soul goes up. If you're a Prot Warrior, I choose Pummel, Spell Reflect, and Battle Cry. Just because those 3 things I don't really need for this fight. Alright, that was a relatively easy fight. So once you're done with that, run straight across and get this Blade Dancer down. And there's Quaking. Alright. But yeah, if you guys are, you know, relatively newer to tanking, this week is also a very good week to jump in. Stuff like last week was very tough. The first week of Explosive was very tough, but this week has been very easy to tank. So if you guys are pushing your plus 10, plus 15 Mythic Plus achievement, I do suggest going in this week. Pushing some higher keystones. I mean, you guys saw I plugged the plus 12 earlier. Well, plus 12 got a 2 chest, so yeah, this week is going to be pretty easy for you guys. Alright. As soon as they cross the bridge, we're good. With this boss, the difference between getting him down on time and getting the laser out is everybody dodging these orbs. I've noticed that if everybody's on their game, they dodge these orbs and he takes all the damage, you're good. Nothing to worry about. But if some of your group starts taking that damage, that's when it starts getting close to a wipe. Or not close to a wipe, but that's when this boss timer goes up a significant amount. So yeah, if you can avoid those orbs and let them hit him instead, big difference. He takes a ton more damage. Wow, Luis, you did a plus 12 last week? Jeez. Well, last week with bursting, you really have to time your pulls. You can't do anything too crazy. In HOV especially, I'm sure you CC'd two different pulls, right? The pull with the Drake, which is the second pull in the dungeon, and then the second pull after Himdall. Those are the two really big pulls that'll break a group. Alright, we're all good. And perfect, I have my healer lining up, ready to click the ice area. Normally no one ever lines up for that, and I'm the one that has to end up clicking it, so that's perfect, the fact that somebody else lined up. We have very good DPS right now, so we should be good to go. But yeah, the affix this week, here it is. You see that small circle when they line up? That's when it falls off. So if you guys are casters, if you guys want to know exactly how it goes or when it's going to proc to interrupt you, that's exactly when. I don't know why that wreath was still up. It's kind of weird. Yeah, so stop casting as soon as those two touch, and you'll be fine. Okay, yeah, that'll help a lot when you have bursting. If everybody knows when to start and to stop DPSing, that's a big help, because or else you can prolong the effect of the dot on you. So not only does it stack, but you can get one tick and then refresh the dot by getting a second kill, so it ends up ticking 3 times. Yeah, it can get messy. Oh no, your alt is higher item level. That sucks, man. I feel you. Feels bad, man. I do like to run this guy into here. Alright, he's going ahead and using his torment. But I do like to run him in here because as soon as he dies, we are going to be right next to the elevator. Also, if you have a paladin in your group, whoever's getting tormented can actually get Blessing of Freedom, and you can actually just run out of that. So if you do have a paladin, throw a Blessing of Freedom on and just run out of that torment. He's going to keep casting it, but won't be hitting you anymore. Alright, there is a lot less trash here in HOV now. So since there is less trash, you actually have to wait for the spider pats to come back around, and you are going to need them for percentage here. So while you kill these spirits, hopefully the spider trash comes back around, and there it is right now. So we do need to pull that anyway. So it's not a big deal that it got pulled. I really did want to pull it anyway. It is necessary now. 7.2 changed a few things. A small amount of trash is what it really changed. HOV as well. HOV, there used to be one group that you skip, but since there's less trash overall, you actually need to do that. So we should be good now. 85%. Actually, we do need more. There are 2 packs of spiders that do come up. So again, that Quaking can catch you off guard if you're not ready for that. Alright, we should be good now. 89%, yeah, we should be good. So we do have this spirit. He will follow me, so I'll just keep running. So yeah, this rooting isn't really a big issue, but the knockback is. That's why I always turn my back to this gate, just so that I can be right here. So that knockback doesn't do that to me. It knocked me back on my side, which is really weird. I was directly in front of it. And we do have one last mob here. And hopefully that's enough percentage. And it is. Perfect. So the healer did volunteer for getting the light, which is perfect. That's a lot better than me. Mo, I do play on US servers. I play on the US server Turalion. T-U-R... Actually, let me go ahead and type that. So if you don't skip any trash coming down, you can skip all the spiders. Which trash would that be? Would it be the other side of the room after after the first boss? Because there wasn't that much trash before. It would be like the imps, the trash before the first boss. I do believe here's the gap. Yeah. Nope. Thought it was. So we do have one final wall. I'm going to hang out with the healer here. There it is. I didn't get to see where that wall was. I was a little worried I was going to die to the wall there. So we should get the Aura of Vengeance coming up soon. Eric, I'm glad it helped out, man. I'm very, very glad it helped out. I do have a, Eric, if you haven't done this week and you want to know what Quaking does, there's a video I put out yesterday. It isn't exclusively about Quaking, but I do talk about it a lot in there. So if you need any help with Quaking, you can go ahead and watch that. So that was a plus 10 vault, and we actually managed to 3 chest it all. So that was pretty good. And let's see if any of these are upgrades. No, unfortunately, no upgrades. But I do get to upgrade my weapon right now. I can probably use that relic on one of my other weapons though. What's up, Uli? Thank you for the support, man. Welcome to the live stream, Uli. We've done lower Kara plus 10, Vault plus 10, and Neltharion's Lair plus 12 right now. So that's what we've done. So I'm gonna go ahead and run over, upgrade my weapon, do a little flex, and we'll jump right back into another dungeon right after that. That's always good, Eric. Watching it while you're pretending to work, doing just enough not to cause any attention, right? Oh, pull 2 dogs. Okay, yeah, that makes sense with the additional 2 dogs. All right. So, we are going to upgrade our Heroic Leap. I do use my Heroic Leap a lot. I don't max out my Rage that much. Last Stand is good, but let's go ahead and get that to point. Now I need 182 mil to my next point. Alright. Plus 10, Eye of Ashara. Let's see if there's anything else that's at least a plus 10. Vault, we did that. Yeah, everything else has a tank. So let's sign up for this plus 10 EOA. Plus 10 Vault, we already did that. Plus 11 lower. We did a plus 10 lower. Yeah, so let's see if we can get into that group. I don't think I repaired. I need to go back and repair. Okay, well that's good to know, Rajan. It's good to know that we can actually... I used to pull a lot of those dogs, but after a while they weren't really needed if you pulled all the imps. But since they did change some stuff. $237 mil. Johan, are you on the last point? Are you about to get your concordance? PGF. Let me write that down. What does PGF do? So we are in this group for... Oh god, I forgot what it was for. Eye of Ashara. Alright. Here it is. Plus 10. EOA. Oh, I thought there was an assault going on right now. No, there is not. 48 traits. Oh, so you're one trait ahead of me, Johan. Okay, pre-made group finder. Yeah, I do have an add-on that does count the forces for me. But yeah, since 7.2, since they changed a few things, I haven't done all the dungeons and kept count as much as I should. Eric, I like some of them, and I don't like others. There's going to be less loot going around. I'm not a fan of that. I'm glad that there's no depleted keystones anymore. That kind of sucked. The fact that a keystone could get depleted because someone wanted to join and then instantly leave, that was really bad, and I'm glad that's gone. They just downgrade your keystone, which is great. Also, the downgrading of the keystone I think is a really nice workaround. It's gonna help me a lot too. I want to see, like, for me personally, for you guys, I want to start doing videos where I can see how high of a Mythic plus I can solo. So that's gonna help me, where I can downgrade my keystone. I won't have to worry about anything getting depleted, nothing like that. So that's gonna be kind of fun for me. But yeah, I'm glad that keystones don't get depleted. But the part that is bad is the fact that there's less loot being handed out. I think it's gonna hurt people. Carry groups for sure. A lot of people were doing carry groups just to try to get that Titan Forge, to try to get lucky. A lot of people were fishing for that, and so now that there's going to be less loot being handed out, I think there's going to be less of those groups, but they're still going to be around. Honestly, it's still probably going to be one of the very good ways of farming AP. So nowadays, world quests are also really good at farming AP. They're almost in line with dungeons, with Mythic Pluses. But Mythic Pluses, I think, is still going to be a better bang for your buck if you can speedrun them. Alright, Mo. Thank you for stopping by, Mo. Thank you for the support. I hope you like my content. What's up, Andrew? How you doing, man? And yeah, Johan, but there's also less loot being handed out. Right now, I think there's 3 pieces, and then like per chest you get a little bit more. And I think they're changing it to 2 pieces and 1 chest. So it's gonna be a little bit less loot. But yeah, the fact that getting, you know, the fact that a 3 chest is over, you see, so that part I kind of agree with. There's a lot of groups. I've joined groups myself where you wipe once, which is gonna make you go down to like a 2 chest, and people just leave, and then it's a depleted keystone. So I'm glad that they're removing the quote-unquote pressure of a 3 chest, just because the community is becoming a little worse off trying to get that 3 chest every single time. So that's a positive, but I think they're doing it in the wrong way. That sucks, Andrew. I'm sorry to hear that. Thanks a lot, Mo. And Mo, actually, there is a Patreon. If you'd like to donate that way, there's perks associated with it, so you can take a look at that. But thanks a lot, Mo. It means a lot. Thanks for the support. Yeah, I think the fact that there's going to be less pressure for getting that 3 chest, I think it's good. Less loot, I'm not a fan of, but I am a fan of that. I am a fan of, we're here to complete the dungeon, no matter if it's a +1, +2, +3. Every now and then you get, you know, your elitist groups that are like, I'm not going to be in this group unless we get a 3 chest, even though it's a +13. And it's like, well, we all gotta slow down. Nobody in here is doing above 500k DPS or something. Like, we're not gonna meet the requirements, and sometimes it's a little unrealistic, and people get angry, and keystones get depleted. So I do like that. Yeah, the only part that I'm against is less gear, but I am for everything else. Everything else that they're proposing seems like a really good change. Yeah, definitely crack open a beer later, Andrew. For sure. That'll help out. Get home, crack a beer open, chill out, veg out. Yeah, last week when it was like +10s, I had DPSers pulling for me, and it was like, you know you're gonna die, right? You realize that you just pulled 12 mobs, so if you don't slow down, like, there's not much I can do. I can slow down my DPS all I want. I'm just a tank. But if you don't slow down your DPS, we're all guaranteed dead. So that's definitely one negative thing that I think this is addressing, and it's good. I don't think Mythic Pluses are going to die, and they're not going anywhere. They're still going to remain very popular. But yeah, some carry groups are going away, and that's okay. I think a lot of the carry groups are people that tend to get burnt out. So a lot of those people are probably done with their AP grind, or they're burnt out, or they already hate the Mythic Plus system. Like, I'm glad I didn't grind Maw of Souls for my 35 traits before 7.2 came out. You know, I'm glad my eyes didn't bleed out doing Maw of Souls, and I didn't get burnt out. So I'm glad they're changing things to kind of diminish that burnout. And bursting with raging, I hope not. I hope that's... I know there's a few combinations that even Blizzard says are never going to happen. That they're aware that they're, you know, really, really dumb combinations. So, I hope not. Bursting, raging, fortified. Yeah, let's hope not. In a +0 wanted a key in? Oh god. Yeah, no interrupts for that. That kind of hurts. Ooh, there it is. So our DPS is kind of low in this group. Yeah, I'm out DPSing 2 people. So I gotta watch it on the pulls. I pulled a little bit too much. Yeah, absolutely. Just kick him. Yeah. And no, I didn't try bursting on Arcway. I heard Arcway was really, really bad with bursting, so I didn't even jump in. I avoided EOA with all the non-elite trash. Yeah, I avoided a lot of things when bursting came out. I remember when I did explosive the first week that it was available, that was terrible too. They hotfixed it later on that week, but the first day that bursting was available, I mean that explosive was available, it was terrible. And yeah, the slimes in the beginning, I bet those were the biggest challenge. It's like 1 stack of bursting, now I split into 4, now 5 stacks of bursting, now I'm 16. You sure you want to kill me? Yeah, this group has pretty low DPS, so I'm gonna have to keep it calm. Thankfully, this is the dungeon with a lot of those non-elites, so DPS isn't as huge of an issue. you just gave up on your key after the first 2 pulls. You were like, I don't want this. I don't want anything to do with this. Blizzard, stop. Blizzard, stop. Bursting to make it fun. Something they can change to bursting to make it fun. Even Necrotic. You know, Necrotic used to be one of the worst affixes. I think Necrotic and Skittish were the worst ones before. And what they did to Necrotic is they made it fall off when combat ended. I think that's something they can do here. Like, bursting happens while you're in the middle of it. But when combat ends, it doesn't need to fall off. But when combat ends, maybe make it do half damage. So instead of 10% of your HP, it does 5. So you can pull a pack of 10, and if you kill it all instantly, you shouldn't be reprimanded for it. You know, you shouldn't be hurt because of it. It shouldn't be like, well, you know what, screw you, you killed 10 of them too fast. It should be like, okay, well, now you're gonna take 50% of your life. It's a half damage multiplier because you're no longer in combat. You succeeded, you know, you won, you killed the mob. I think if that that was added to it, it would be a lot more manageable. But right now, what it does is it punishes you for being fast. So the faster you are and the better you are at pulling things, the worse off you're gonna be, right? Well, you were too fast. Oh no! The healer left. The healer left the group. Right now, I am #1 in damage. Yeah, this group is not gonna get very far. So that's a keystone that's done. No healer, no keystone. Let's go ahead and jump out. Try to find another group. Bursting, Raging, Skittish, plus... No, don't do that, Eric. I just saw that. Plus 22 on a... No. You don't want anything to do with that. Alright, so that's unfortunate, but... Honestly... If I was #1 DPSer on a plus 10, there's something completely wrong. What's up, Luke? Welcome to the live stream. Mo, what are you trying to link? Oh, cool, Eric. I didn't know that I came up on just a Google search. That's actually really nice to know. Yeah, I think those since I got the guide out almost as soon as it went up. That's really cool. Hey, Luke, I got that sometime last week too. I haven't even tried it out yet. I still need to really give it a fair shot. But alright, let's try to find another group. I do need to repair. Let's jump in. Vault of the Wardens 13. We already did Vault. Let's try to find something else. Plus 15 EOA. I don't know if I want that. Nightbane run. Quick. If you guys haven't done Nightbane, you guys should. It's about as difficult as doing like a +4. Except there's no affixes. So if you guys haven't done it, you guys for sure need to run in there. Hey Luke, it's still a good legendary. That trinket is honestly pretty damn good. It's not going to be your best in slot, but a really nice absorption shield is, yeah, it's going to be nice. Plus 11 EOA. Let's try to jump right back into EOA, see if they accept us. Rip key team. Alright. Hey Luke, the bracers are really good too. So yeah, the bracers in combination with that trinket, you're gonna have a good time. Johan, I don't think the Riddler worm got removed. I don't think so. I don't think so. I didn't see anything about that. Yeah, I need to clear out my quest log too. I feel you. Fudo, thank you for the subscription, man. Thank you. Thanks for the support. Start running over to EOA. Well, Luke, strength is still used. The amount of strength you have increases the size of your ignore pains. So it's still a useful stat. I mean, honestly, there are some trinkets that are a lot worse. Like, you know, this trinket's mastery. I honestly think that strength is going to be better than mastery. And then Dark Moon Deck Immortality is also strength. I used to run one trinket, I can't remember which one it was, that had crit, but the actual trinket itself was really good. Ewan Gibson, Thank you for subscribing, man. Thank you for that. Watching Guardians of the Galaxy 2. When does it? Oh, it comes out really soon, doesn't it? Yeah, that movie's gonna be cool. I'm looking forward to that movie for sure. And Fudo, you should jump right. And actually, if you have the gear to do it, Fudo, you should jump into it this week. This week is an easy week to jump into Mythic Pluses. Just start off with like start off with a +4, +3, +4. If you've done it before on your DPS and you know what pulls you should be doing, just run in there like that. Wait, I thought I saw somebody else run in as a tank. Let's take a look. Hopefully we don't have 2 tanks. I know that Swifty did a Mythic Plus DPSing as a tank at one point. Oh, it's a shaman using the Bulwark of Azeroth. Alright. He got me. He had me there. He had me going. May 5th. Oh yeah, it's almost out. Alright, so this is going to be a +10 EOA. Hopefully it goes a little bit better than the last one we tried. Hopefully I'm not topping the DPS meters. Demon Hunter. Thank you, man. Thank you for the kind words. You haven't even done Nighthold with your guild? Yeah, you should consider jumping over, man. +9, congrats, dude. Demon Hunter, if you haven't done anything this week, you should jump in this week. This week is gonna be if you're gonna try to push for a +10, this week is gonna be a good week for you, man. So for sure, if you're pushing for higher keystones, do it this week. Is that I should have switched off my transmog. I should have been for that classic might look. I don't even remember what the dungeon set for warriors was called. I remember for paladins it was called the Lightforge gear, right? The dungeon sets. Oh, we got a turtle. There was a stomp. At least we're getting interrupts this time. It's looking a lot better this time. And yeah, absolutely. If you're 895, you can jump into a +10. There's some people that have some ridiculous requirements. I've seen like +7s, +8s say that they want 900 plus. But yeah, you don't need that. For sure, you can be a little bit lower geared. I mean, you want upgrades from Mythic Pluses. So if you're already like 910, why would you be running a +6 or something? Oh, okay. Yeah, if there's like no other tanks, they can't get anyone else. I mean, that kind of sucks, but honestly, Sebastian, if they're kind of like holding you back, there's plenty of other guilds you could be joining. I mean, guilds are everywhere right now, especially because of flex raids. You can join a heroic guild pretty damn easily. Mythic guilds are a lot harder to join, but heroic level guilds, yeah, you can definitely join guilds that have done that. Like, you should have no problem right now finding a guild that has done heroic Gul'dan. Oh man, this week you should be fine actually, even with the lower item level. So try to join a +10 this week. See if it works out for you. And yeah, I'm running Devastator right now, Demon Hunter. So right now, if you see, my DPS is actually, I'm at 350k. Like, it's not. Oh no, that shaman went down. You know, I'm not gonna top any meters, but I'm still doing pretty good. I don't know what that warrior ran straight into the turtle. He was like, I hate turtles. And yeah, Uli, I get a lot of healing done. I'm running the manacles. I'm running the manacles as well with the gloves and Devastator talent point. I generate so much rage and I heal for so much. It's crazy. Every now and then, like if I get really low, I just spam ignore pain to use up my rage to cause my heals and to have a huge bubble, and it works. It works. If you have extra rage to throw away, just start spamming IP. Gets the job done. Uli, right now I'm actually using the bracers and Devastator on this Mythic Plus, and this is a Mythic +10. So yeah, absolutely, it's very viable. I would argue that I'm maybe a little bit overgeared for this, but in raids I use this too. However, when I was progressing through Heroic Nighthold, I didn't. When I was progressing through Heroic Nighthold, I was using Indomitable all the time just because I was squishy. Like now I have 5 mil HP running Devastator, but back then when I was pushing through Heroic Nighthold, I had 5 mil, you know, with Indomitable, or a little bit over, but with Indomitable. So now that I'm pushing higher levels of HP, I feel okay doing it. But if you're progressing, like if you're in a Mythic raid environment, I do suggest running Indomitable. It gives your healers a little bit of catch-up time. Unless you're like really cool with your guild and with your healers, and they don't care if you're gonna have a little bit less HP, then go for it. If you have good communication. But yeah, once Tumas Argeris comes back, I will for sure be going back to Indomitable. It's unfortunately the name of the game. Having more effective HP, especially since I PUG so much. You don't want your healers to freak out and overheal you, or have to use a bunch of cooldowns on you, and then they could be using that at a different time to save you. Eric, I'm glad you're in the live stream, man. We missed you last week. You know, Eric, I was considering changing my transmog again right before this stream, but I was like, wait, Eric wasn't here last stream, so no one's gonna know. It's the most accessible to run Mythic Plus. Upper Kara is definitely one that's relatively easy, just because it's low on trash. I have a Jara is also something that's relatively easy. It has a lot of trash, but yeah, it's a lot of non-elite trash. And since it is a lot of non-elite trash, it's less, it wears you down less as a tank. Although Serpentrix is going to be a little bit more difficult. But the ones that I used to run a lot in the beginning in lower keystones were definitely Darkheart Thicket and Vault of the Wardens. And HOV to a certain extent. I don't know why I like that place. I know a lot of people don't like running that place. Oh man, Quaking even interrupts me getting on my mount. I think they pulled that crab, right? No, here we go. But yeah, I think Vault of the Wardens is also a pretty straightforward one. Most of the bosses there are pretty straightforward. Upper Kara is going to be easy to do. Lower Kara is a little bit more difficult because of the trash and because of the type of trash it is that you need to, you know, dodge a bunch of stuff. And Uli, no problem, man. I hope you come back. All right, let's hop over here. We do need to pick up some of this trash. I did run an eye yesterday, and because of the changes with teaming, we do need to pull some of this extra trash out here. I couldn't run because of those crabs I had, but apparently the group had pulled something else already. Yeah, Eric, I'm running a BC set. Well, I'm running the new set, so the new PvP stuff, which is a mock-up of tier 6. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it so far. Things look a little bit different, like the shoulders and the gloves look a little bit different. What's up, Pablo? My bad, Pablo. I saw you whisper me, but couldn't get to it. I do dislike the pulls with the seagulls because if they catch up to me and interrupt me, that's probably someone that's gonna go down in the group. So I do have to kite, and it sucks for melee DPS that I have to do that. Here it is. No more kiting. Seagulls down. Not right now, Pablo, but thank you for the invite. I already ran I ran an upper Kara earlier on the live stream. But thank you, man. All right, let's go ahead and get this pull going. That should be all the trash that we need. We did have to clear out a little bit extra. If you guys saw, we had to clear out some over here near the tree line. But besides that, that should be it for this week since we do have teaming. And you always want to, as a tank, jump back onto the original one as soon as you can. DPSers should be going on the red one, on the arcane, and then the red one. But the tank needs to go on the original one always. And that's just because he cast Rampage, and that Rampage is going to hurt. Also, if you guys saw, I did stay in for that Toxic Spit, but I threw up my Spell Reflect. It does get reflected, so that's something good to note. So yeah, I always want to get to this guy before Rampage goes off. And if Rampage is going off, make sure to interrupt it. Throw that pummel on. And yeah, Sebastian, absolutely. When it was first up, the Seagulls were... It was even worse, the fact that the Seagulls didn't count for your percentage. They just kind of... They annoyed you, they were there, but they didn't count. And now at least they count to the percentage. And I didn't mean to do that. Ribkey pulling slimes. Alright, we're good to go. The slime is still on us, but it's got a lot of dots on it. Hopefully it gets taken down. Let's make sure we don't pull another slime. How about that? How about that, Sunders? How about we don't pull another slime? Yeah, the healing from the bracers definitely keeps me alive in situations like that. And that's slow. Alright. Don't say that, Eric. You know Blizzard's listening. You know they have like bots just listening in for all these ideas. Eric, if you've I don't know if you've seen Mad Max. He was saying that instead of Gul'dan, he should have been called Sea Gul'dan. And the secret phase on Gul'dan, he should have just summoned a platform full of seagulls. That should have been the actual phase 3, not the demon from within, just a bunch of seagulls, just the whole platform, which would have made him the greatest mythic boss ever, I think. All right, my healer went down, so we got to keep ourselves alive now. Speaking of seagulls, why is there a seagull here? Oh, there it is. So I do have to run back. Let's just go ahead and release. Start running back. Since we can mount up, it isn't too bad. Here's the rib key. This key is a +10, Pablo. Oh, God. I forgot Quaking happens just because. It's just like, oh, you're running, you're not in combat. How about some Quaking? Here you go. It's on us, don't worry about it. Oh no! Getting shocked! Yeah, you don't want to run that way. You flew too close to the sun, my friend. The cutting edge seagull mount. Hey, that would actually be kind of cool. Here, I have mage food. I need to stop and eat. This damn Quaking is gonna be the death of me. What's up, Jean-Claude? Welcome to the live stream, man. Andrew, I don't know if that would make people angry or make people realize like, okay, that makes sense. That's why seagulls were the way they were. Thank you for stopping by, Andrew, man. Thank you for stopping by. That's what's gonna happen in the Argus raid. They're actually gonna fell infuse the seagulls, and that's gonna be the first boss. Is gonna be did you guys ever run Zulaman? If you guys ran Zulaman and you did the what was it called, like the boss that had like the dragonfly ads or whatever they were, that's gonna be the Argus boss, but instead of spawning dragonflies, he's gonna spawn seagulls. And you're gonna have different phases, you have to run to different platforms, crack the eggs, bunch of seagulls come out. gonna be great. We're all gonna love it. Goddamn Quaking. Oh no, I ate the wrong food. Whoops. Zero loot. That sucks, man. Feels bad, man. .jpg. Alright. The healer's almost here. Get the hell away from me. Don't touch me! Back up! Alright, so we should be good to go. Let's let people get a little bit of healing up. Alright. Alright, come on, come on, come on. We can do this. We can do this, team. Let's just not get a seagull. Wherever the hell that seagull came from last time, let's not do that. It's funny that on a week like this, with Skittish Fortified, the trash becomes like the new bosses. Every time you run up to a boss, it's like, oh god, here we go. That's easy now. I'm glad we get a break from all this trash. Like, alright, this boss right here, we're good, we're good. Good to go. We are gonna need a little bit more trash, 85%. Eric, so you remember that fight? Yeah, that fight was something else, man. I used to heal in those times. I didn't tank, but it was intense. And then you needed to he also summoned all of the fire orbs, right? That had like a 5-yard AoE radius where they would blow up and they would spawn all over the goddamn platform, leaving you with like one tiny area to hide in. Yeah. Zulaman was a very, very fun raid. And the fact that was kind of like when they started the whole timing thing, right? If you did it under a certain amount of time, you got different rewards, and then if you did all 4 of the first bosses in a certain amount of time, you got the Amani Warbear. Huh, I didn't see that ground slam telegraph at all. Well, that's weird. Dragonhawk, that's what it was, not Dragonfly. Dragonhawk, yes. Worst fight I've ever done on WoW, Sebastian? Lich King progression. For sure. Trying to do Lich King on 25-man progression back in the day was terrible. I hated it. It's the reason why after Wrath, I just took a break. I was like, I don't want to deal with people anymore. People standing in the defile and making it spread to the whole platform made me want to gouge my eyes out. I don't know why. It just really, really got to me. It's also probably because we tried to progress on him for maybe like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. And it was the same people making the same mistake, spreading the defile everywhere. Yeah. That for sure was my worst progression fight. Yep, it was 25-man heroic progression. Wasn't happening for me. And actually, I was a tank at that point, so yeah, I used to tank that fight. Alright, so we are going to need a little bit more enemy forces. So the rest of the group can go and kill the other one. You don't really need an active tank for these guys. So I'm going to go ahead and go pull some other stuff. They're going to get, what, 2%? Yeah, 1.2. So I'm going to need this crab right here and that crab over there. Actually, no, I'm going to get some of these trash packs. Is tab working? You know what, Pablo? I've had a lot of errors with this week too. I've noticed that when I spam tab, sometimes it just doesn't work. So I didn't know if it was just me, like doing something stupid, or one of my macros messing it up. But yeah, it makes sense if tab isn't working, for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and just tank this guy while the rest of the mobs run over here. I'm just gonna stand in that and spell reflect. I really wanted to get that damage out, so a little bit of extra damage taken on me, but I did pop the spell reflect. So we should be good with this, right? Did they kill the last one? They did. Alright, we need a little bit more. Alright, let's just kill this. I don't think this is gonna be enough, to be honest. 0.41% for each one. I don't want to grab the seagull, Sebastian. I don't want anything to do with the seagulls. I don't want to look at them. I don't want them to look at me. Alright, we're good. That was enough. I didn't think those little slimes were gonna be enough, but they were. Alright. A Fury Warrior's favorite fight. Execute, 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 execute. The rotation on this fight is amazing. This warrior right here is probably using execute. That was, yeah, all right. That's an got it. And he should be casting execute next. All right, yep, he's on it. And yeah, Eric, I agree. Although I can't say much about this expansion because maybe Mythic Gul'dan is just as difficult, but since I'm not part of a, you know, end game progression guild, I don't get to see that fight. But since back in the day in Wrath, I used to be in the best guild in my old realm. Yeah, I used to see that, but yeah, not so much anymore, unfortunately. Hey, is that an upgrade? That's a side grade, and I will take it. Instead of last stand, I get more stamina. Hey, getting side grades, same item level, much better trait. All right. Let's go ahead and drop the group. And I don't know if I should keep investing into my prot weapon or keep going arms. I've been having a lot of fun PvPing. We'll see, we'll see. I'll hang on to it for now. Although I do want that concordance trait. I want it. Let's see what else we can find. Let's try to hop into another +10. At least. There was a +11 vault. We've already done that. Neltharion +10. We already went ahead and jumped into that as well. Darkheart Thicket +13. Let's see if we get an invite. They want a 915. My non-equipped is 913. Crosis time. Good luck, Pac-Man. Good luck. I hope you have your spell reflect new point in. That'll make it a lot easier. Sebastian, I didn't do a lot of raiding in WoD. I did try out like LFR in normal mode for that first one, but yeah, Kargath Blade Fist, right? Yeah, seeing him go down. Although that fight was really fun. It wasn't as like difficult as it probably could have been, but it was really fun. Going up into the stands, I always like it when a raid encounter separates groups and makes one group handle one thing, another group handle another thing. You need like the tanks to split up. One of my favorite fights for progressing was Algalon. That fight was really fun because you would get a little bit better each time. You only had that 1 hour to try, and then it was like, all right, next week we get another hour. But yeah, Algalon was definitely. I like fights that split up the group, and everyone has to handle their own shit. Those are fun. Alright, I don't know if we're going to find another +10. Here's a +9 upper. Let's try to join that. Everything else, it seems like we've already run. This has actually been pretty quick this week. There it is. +9, upper Kara. Let's see. Mythic Dungeons. Well, we've done 4. Alright. It's not too bad. Make sure I'm all repaired up. I am, and we have a full group now. Let's just run into Upper Kara. Luke, thanks for stopping by, man. Thank you for supporting and for stopping by. Alright, let's just run over to Upper Kara. So Upper Kara shouldn't be too bad. There's not a lot of trash. The worst trash is right before Curator. So we'll see how that goes. But besides that, yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. That always throws me off that their vendors are bright red. I feel like they're flagged. Chest shouldn't be too bad. You can avoid all the damage in chest. It's just when people start tunneling the king for some reason and start taking all that damage, that's when it's like, no, you're gonna die. You're gonna die, and I can't save you. Why didn't I stay with the group I got +3 on in Vault? I believe they got an HOV +14 key, and before anyone could say yes, let's go do that, the guy linked it. The guy who had the... Oh god, I'm sorry, hold on. Yeah, that's something. So before anyone could say yes or no to the key, one of the DPSers had left already, so at that point that group kind of just falls apart. You stopped doing a deconstructor? Yeah, who's doing? Yeah, deconstructor. Sebastian was what was his name? XT002 or whatever. Are you talking about the guy who dropped his heart and you had to DPS his heart? Alright, we're waiting on one final person, a DPSer. They're on their way to teleport here. I see them in the gallery. So they should be almost here. Like, here we go. You know, we got this. We got oh no! Look what he did to me! Look what he did to all of us! That's what I get for saying it. I'll keep it on. We'll keep it going. We'll all look like this. Hey, I've never tanked as a troll before. Let's do that. Oh man, we're a little melee heavy. Well, we have 2 melees and the tank, so on Quaking we might get a little bit of overlap. Unfortunately, having even 2 melees is a little bit of overlap with this. Oh, dang. I had not seen Skittish in Upper Kara. I mean, not skittish. I completely meant teaming. Oh no, almost went down. Alright, we're good. We're good. Troll tanks, new tanks. Troll tanks, best tanks. Yeah, XT002, he was only bad if you actually like broke his heart and he got really pissed off at you. I think in the beginning fights I disliked Razor Maw a little bit more because of the amount of time he took, right? You needed to like get these mobs, run around in circles, wait for the harpoon timers to be ready, protect those guys. Yeah, it was those guys were a handful. Oh no, you never finished Ulduar? Ulduar was fun, man. I remember pushing Yogg Saron and doing pushing like the 2-1, 2-1 and 0 lights. Yeah, that was fun. Yogg Saron was a very fun fight. Like Lich King was frustrating. Lich King made me upset sometimes. Yogg Saron was actually fun to progress on. I think because it had those different modes, right? Because it had just regular Yogg Saron, and then you had 2 lights, and then you had 1 light. Like it had a lot of different modes you could kind of do things in. Alright, yeah, we need to get a res up. Like I did go down. And Sebastian, I completely forgot about his crying. I forgot he used to actually cry. Yeah, that was really annoying. I don't play with WoW sounds too much anymore, but back then I did. Back then for sure I used to play with WoW sounds. Yeah, you also had the a lot of the bosses in Old War had those like very specific different settings, like different difficulty settings, just because you could do them a little. There was all the Old War achievements, I guess, made it so you had a different difficulty, although they weren't needed, the different difficulties. But yeah, the lights for Yogg Saron, and then you had the breaking of the heart. I know for Razor Maw you could also do something by like keeping him down in the ground a little bit faster than you were supposed to or something. Alright, so we're gonna jump in. I'll keep him going. We should have enough room. Alright, they want to reset it for the ad. That's fine. We should have also had enough room to actually do it. Alright, so we can actually... There it is. I was going to say we can interrupt him now. He went down. Perfect! Here's Curator coming up on the Moonkin. he was busy typing. And back then there was a little bit more incentive to keep running Ulduar, right? Because you had that one healer, probably a healer shaman because of the way it was structured, but one healer trying to get his legendary, and he needed the 40 shards. So then it was like, well, hey, I know Trial of the Crusader came out, but let's go back to Ulduar because he's at 30 shards, 35 shards, whatever it may have been. So yeah, there was more incentive to go back in those days. Nowadays, legendaries are just, you know, just play the game. You might get one, you might not. So I'm going to pull this guy all the way this way, and then I'll start running across here. So they still have a little bit of room. They're not going to have room anymore. Let's run out. We did get kind of shoehorned into a corner there, but we're good now. And there's no orbs up. This is good. Max! Dude, welcome to the live stream. You missed the rip keys. We actually did get one Mythic Plus that completely went sour. And that didn't progress very far. So we did get one complete rip key. Sebastian, I need to go back and listen to his crying now. But yeah, back then, definitely things like Legendary kept content relevant for longer. I mean, even ICC, the reason you ran 10-man and 25-man was to complete those Shadowmourns. Although most of the Shadowmourn achievements were from 25-man, if I remember correctly. But yeah, you kept doing it to keep progressing. It was for the guild. And when you finally got that legendary, it was your whole guild earned it, right? Chronix, the new affix, is pretty easy, man. If you haven't jumped in yet, let's see if it pops right now. It pops even if you're not in combat. I think that's a bug that needs to be fixed, but a circle pops up underneath you. If anybody, it does 20% of your HP as damage. If anybody else is close to you when that happens, it does, you know, an extra 20%. So 20% per time that you get hit. So here you see it underneath me. It's kind of hard to notice with the firebolt underneath me too. Let's see if I can get a better shot at it. I hope it's not intended. You're not even in combat. Sometimes like you're just running back. You just rezzed. You're running back. So it happened to everybody there, the Quaking. We'll see if we can get a better. It needs to stop happening when I have Infernal Bolt on me. Alright, Guardian's Image. At least it's not Flame Wreath. Flame Wreath is the pug killer for sure. That's when pugs go down. No more rip keys, Mad Max. Although Max, this week is pretty easy. I don't know if you've had a chance to try out Quaking. This week is pretty good, man. Last week affixes were pretty bad, man. The bursting, I'm not a fan of bursting. The fact that the only you know reason why the affix exists is to slow you down, it kind of sucks. There should be a way to avoid it. You should be able to avoid some of the damage it does. But it's just limiting your pulls to, you know, less than 8 really. If you pull like 8 or more, you're probably gonna take too much damage. But yeah, I'm not a fan of an affix that's just, it's not even a mechanic anymore. All it is just trying to slow you down. Pray for ripped keys. I'm gonna start using that on Twitter. We need to get that trending now. Pray for ripped keys. Although, hey, Sebastian, you know what? It might be too little too late, man. Rip keys are ending with 725. They no longer get depleted, so Rib keys are gonna end. Yeah, Max. I like some of them. Like I like the fact that keystones can't be depleted anymore. But yeah, the whole less loot stuff. Yeah. I like stories, dude. If you know how to do a little bit of auction house play, you can play WoW for free now. So I like stories. If you want to jump back into WoW, and it's the sub fee that's holding you back or something like that, don't worry about it. Play a little bit of auction house on the side, and you will be fine. But yeah, Mythic pluses are very fun. This makes me regret not playing more during MOP and doing challenge modes. That for sure. Challenge modes look like they were probably something like this. But yeah, Karazhan is very fun. Stories. Actually, when it first came out, I did it every week. I don't do it so much anymore, but this is a very good dungeon. It's a 5-man raid, which I like. Hopefully they bring more of these. Maybe next patch they can bring like Zulaman back. Dina, congratulations! Congratulations! That's a nice big fuck you to Gul'dan. Very, very nice. Huge congrats. Very well deserved. And yeah, they already already redid Zulaman once. They do need to jump in there. I think it'd be good. Maybe for time walking, since they're bringing back a lot of time walking stuff. That'd be nice. But Dina, hats off. Hats off to you. Very well deserved. It's a little difficult for me to catch your live streams, Dina, since I think we're like on opposite sides of the world. But congrats. All right, I need to pull all this trash. Yeah, I bet like your mage tanks were rejoicing, and mage tanks and just overall everybody. I mean, even if you are melee, I mean, still big role to fill with that fight. Cutting edge. Congrats. Is that server first, Dina? Are you server first where you are? And you want to jump back into Ulduar? Man, it's actually pretty fun now. You just go in there and two-shot everything, except for Razor Maw. Razor Maw is still a pain. I don't know if we have the DPS to get this Pyromancer down in time. There it is, the smash. I'm sorry, I mean the heavy swing. Get me out of there. And server third is still very high up there and very respectable, Dina. Hardest fight by far in the game, and I mean, it hasn't even been touched that much. Let's let that quaking. Oh, that's just a, and that's the bug. Absolutely, you should be proud for that, for sure. Let's see if everyone's okay with just walking away from these guys. They're down pretty damn low. Alright, we're good now. We gotta... Oh, no, we're not. I ran into that. I'm an idiot. Dina, did you record the... You were streaming it, right? So you have a VOD of it? Alright, time for chess. We're probably just gonna 2-chess this. 3 minutes. Depends how fast we can get the last boss down. Hey, that's what counts. You got the kill live. Yeah, all this damage with chess is completely avoidable, so this is never really an issue when it comes to groups and upper Kara. And this actually does give percentage. This gives, I believe, 7%. So if you're ever a little bit short, or if you want to skip a little bit more trash, you can. Ooh, somebody died to that damage. So yeah, we have 1 minute. We're not going to 3-chest it. We're going to 2-chest this, but not bad, considering we have 11 deaths. And yeah, that's the Quake. I'm sorry, I forgot to point it out. The fact that Quake happens when you're just running around, it kind of sucks, but I hope they get rid of that part. And Dina, do you have your concordance at this point, or did you get it down while you're still progressing on your weapon? We do need to wait for one final person to get here. That's Quaking. As soon as those two circles touch, 20% damage. And if you're casting when it blows up, that's an interruption on you too. So for those wondering exactly what Quake is, it should probably actually... No, here's the Demon Hunter. I was going to say it should happen again, but the Demon Hunter's here. Oh, okay. Well, again, hats off to you. That's a really big achievement, getting that done. Let's go ahead and jump in the portal. No, that disintegrate. All right, we're good. Let's go ahead and sidestep that. Yeah, this expansion is definitely not alt friendly. So yeah, I feel your pain with trying to get your AP up on multiple different tunes at the same time. Kind of sucks. Oh no! Alright, let's jump in. I know right now I'm trying to gear up my Resto Druid, my arms weapon for PvP, and my prot weapon. Yeah, it's a lot to do. Alright, so we have to watch out for stacking just because of our affixes and because of the chaotic orbs. So let's see how this goes. Disintegrate got someone and they're still on. Alright. There it is. So that should be a +2. Yep. We got the +2. Here's Quake again. The dungeon is done, but Quake is still hitting us. Hey! Legendary! There it is! Wow. I did not expect another legendary so quickly. I barely got mine not too long ago. Alright. This is a pretty good legendary too. That's the hype. That makes my 5th legendary now, actually. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Sebastian, if you're going to do your concordance, I would suggest going for that, but I think concordance is at the end. So focus on your main ones first. Definitely focus on these 4. These 4 are going to be huge upgrades, and then go back and fill in some of these. Like you have stamina, you have armor, you have ignore pain. Those are going to be a lot better, and then get your concordance. But you can't get concordance until the end. Thank you, everyone. That's really cool. I'm very happy I got that legendary. I've actually gotten my legendaries in order of the way that I've wanted them, except for the bracers. I wanted the bracers a little bit faster, but I got my gloves, I got my bracers, I got my trinket, I got this ring, and I have shoulders. Shoulders are fun, but not very functional. Alright. Alright, that is the perfect way to end the stream on a legendary. So I want to thank you all for joining me, subscribing, liking, and enjoying my content, sharing it. If you guys have guilds that are running anything that I've covered, go ahead and share that there. And if you guys want to help support the channel directly, I do have a Patreon. It's linked in the description below. That goes straight to supporting the channel and straight to this. All of the content you guys see. There's a bunch of different rewards, so you guys can become curators of the channel, take votes, see content early. And yeah, you should definitely fill out all the other traits before going to Concordance. And I want to thank you all for joining me. I do live stream every Wednesday at exactly this time from 11:30 p.m. Pacific to about 2:30, 3 o'clock Pacific. So thank you guys for joining me on this live stream. We got a legendary and we got like 5 dungeons done. They were all +10s except for this last one. So thank you guys. Random Pub Guy, thank you for subscribing right now. I hope you guys are enjoying my content. You guys can reach me on Twitter, comment section, messages. I always try my best to reach out. So leave me a comment. I will respond. I read every single comment. Thank you guys for stopping by. And Dina, congratulations again on your Mythic Gul'dan kill. That is very, very hype. Congrats. Rillian, thank you for the sub, man.